Morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update, brought to you by Pepperstone on Wednesday the 4th of April 2018. I'm Darren Sinden, and you can follow me throughout the day on Twitter by using @ds_Pepperstone. Right, let's take a look at overnight changes and price moves to be aware of. I just want to focus on a couple of points here which I see as being counterintuitive to what's going on in the macro background. First of all, dollar yen. The yen is weakening against the US dollar, 106.56 shortly before I recorded the video, whilst dollar index remains above that key 90 level, psychologically important 90 level, despite, as I say, what's going on in the macro background. And talking of things that are counterintuitive, both the New Zealand and Aussie dollars continue to rally against their US counterpart, despite the fact that both these currencies are very much related to events in world trade. And we'll look at that in a bit more detail momentarily. So what's on the calendar? Events that may move the markets today. Well, we've already had Services PMI data out of Japan and China, as well as building permits and retail sales numbers from Australia. To come at 8:30, we'll have UK PMI construction data for March, and that'll be followed at 9 o'clock by unemployment and CPI data out of the wider Eurozone. Fast forward then to 12:15 and over to the States, and we'll have ADP employment change data for March. That's followed at 13:45 by the first of today's central bank speeches from Jimmy Bullard of the Fed. We'll also then have at 13:45 market services PMI and composite data from the USA, accompanied 15 minutes later by the ISM non-manufacturing data for March and factory orders for February. And then at 1500, second of today's central bank speeches, this time from the FOMC member Meister. Okay, breaking news and comment then that's caught my eye overnight. And first of all, the White House has turned up the heat once more in the trade war as it proposes further tariffs on 1,333 Chinese imports with an annual value of some $50 billion. Speaking of China, China Services PMI data fell to a 4-month low in March at 52.3 versus forecast for a read of 54.5. At the same time, Japan Services PMI data also undershot expectations and posted a 17-month low of 50.9, perilously close to that 50 level, which is the boundary, of course, between growth and contraction. Meanwhile, US dollar Libor funding rates continue to rise above Fed funds swaps, and those two items should generally move in parallel, but they're not doing that at the moment, and this is usually seen as a sign of financial stress. However, analysts are relaxed about this for now, says the FT, but this is something that we'll certainly keep an eye on going forward. Right, food for thought, something to take away with you into the trading day and beyond. Why not think about this? As President Trump plays hardball with China over trade tariffs, The Economist has taken a look at who is for and who is against tougher trade terms even within both US industry and commerce. And the graphic here shows us clearly that most, I would say, and the largest of US trade associations are against tariffs. Only a few actually support the actions of President Trump at the moment, it would seem. Right, please take a moment to read the risk warning. Trading CFDs or margin can be a risky business. If you're in any doubt about the suitability of CFDs or margin foreign exchange for you, please do contact your Pepperstone account representatives. Thank you for your time.